A little pig ran around the house as if looking for something. I found her outside, trembling in the cold, just a few days old. Petunia, that's what I named her, was all alone, shaking while her siblings were curled up inside with their mom. Mama Pig had pushed her out, refusing to feed her, and it was clear she wouldn't last long in the elements. So I scooped her up, her tiny body barely heavier than my phone, and brought her inside.
Let's show everybody what's in your bed. Come on. Come on.
That first night was a whirlwind. Petunia snuggled against my neck, her soft snuffles reminding me of a kitten or puppy. But sleep was out of the question. I was up every hour, fumbling with an eyedropper to feed her tiny sips of milk. She was so fragile, and I was terrified I'd get it wrong. After a few days, we switched to a kitten bottle, which helped, but that first week was pure exhaustion. I'd never worked so hard for something so small.
Are you happy? Where are they? Are those your blankies?
She just wants to come up and snuggle.
I'm Kelly, and this is Petunia's story. I wasn't planning on becoming a pig mom, but life throws curveballs. During the day, I left the door open so Petunia could wander outside if she wanted. She'd toddle out, do her business, and squeal to let me know she was ready to come back in. Smart little thing. I tried reintroducing her to her mom twice, hoping they'd bond. But the mama pig just walked away, and Petunia came running back to me, her tiny hooves clicking on the floor. That's when it hit me. I was her mom now.
We did it. One last final potty. You going to bed?
It's wild how fast you can fall for someone so small. Petunia started recognizing me, and only me. My husband and kids could walk by and she'd just watch them, cool as a cucumber. But when I came around, she'd squeal and do this little dance, her whole body wiggling with joy. It was like she was shouting, "My person's here." I'd call out, "Ready? Ready?" And she'd prance over, her tiny tail flicking. It was adorable, but it also meant I was in deep. This piglet had me wrapped around her hoof.
Ready? Ready? Good girl. Go outside.
She even hit it off with our dog. They'd go nose to nose like they were having a little chat, and I'd crack up watching them. But raising Petunia wasn't all cute moments. Those first weeks were rough. I barely slept, constantly worrying if she was eating enough or growing right. She was a ton of work, more than I'd ever expected. I'd never even thought about owning a pig, let alone raising one like a baby. But the more time we spent together, the more I realized how special she was.
Show everybody what's in your bed.
Patunia grew fast. She went from the weight of a cell phone to triple that in no time. I'd look at her and think, how are you getting so big? She'd follow me around the house, her hooves tapping, always wanting to be close. At night, she'd curl up with her favorite blanket, her blankie, I called it. I'd tuck her in, saying, "Good night, Patunia. Love you." And she'd give a soft grunt, like she was saying it back. But I knew she wouldn't stay small forever. They say she might hit 100 pounds, maybe more, though as a runt, it's hard to say. The idea of her getting that big was a bit overwhelming. Would she still fit in the house? Would my husband be cool with a full-sized pig indoors? I started wondering how long we could keep this up. Patunia loved being inside, snuggling with me, trailing me everywhere. But pigs aren't typical house pets, right? I'd ask myself if we'd need to build her a space outside someday. So I'd talk it over with my husband, who'd just laugh and say, "She's your baby, she's staying." That eased my mind, but I still worried about her future.
Come in.
What if she got too big for her blankie or couldn't squeeze through the door?
So you're mad about it, aren't you? I'll get them washed and you'll have them back today. I promise. Why don't you go in your blankies?
Still, when I looked at her, those worries melted away. Patunia wasn't just a pig, she was my pig. She'd come running when she heard my voice, her squeals filling the house with joy. I'd never realized how much I could love a pig until she came into my life. She needed me, and honestly, I needed her too. So I made a promise. I'd take care of her as long as she needed me, no matter how big she got or how much work it took.
Come on. Rosie, everybody's worried about you. Tell them you're just as fast and frisky, just tiny. That's all.
Every night, I'd tuck her in, her warm little body pressed against mine. "You like your blankie?" I'd ask, and she'd nestle closer, her breathing slow and steady. It was hard to believe this was the same shivering Piglet I'd found outside, rejected and alone. Now, she was thriving, growing, and stealing everyone's hearts, especially mine. But I couldn't help but wonder what lay ahead. Would she still want to cuddle at 100 pounds? Would she still do her little dance when she saw me? For now, I just focused on the present. Patunia was here, safe and loved, and that was enough. I'd figure out the rest as it came, just like I'd figured out how to feed her with an eyedropper or teach her to use the backyard as her bathroom. Life with Patunia was full of surprises, but it was also full of love. So I'd keep being her mom, and she'd keep being my baby for as long as we both needed it. Thank you for watching. If you like the story, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. See you in the next video.